Most investors are quietly losing thousands of dollars a year, not to bad markets, but to emotional noise and hidden fee drag they've never actually measured. Here's how you know if that's you. If someone asked your net worth right now and your answer is a guess, you don't have a plan. You have a hope. You don't need another goal. Goals are cheap. You need a system. Today, we're conducting a rigorous, data-driven, semi-annual wealth audit, and by the end of this video, you can run it on your own finances in a single afternoon. It's July 2026. Half the year is gone. Do you know what it did to your money? Modern money is engineered to move fast and be invisible. One-tap spending, auto-renewing subscriptions, portfolios, repricing every second. And against all of that, most people's review process is checking their balance when they're anxious. That's not a strategy, that's a mood. So here's the audit. In 5 parts: the reality check, asset and liability mapping, burn rate calibration, strategic rebalancing, and the clarity action plan that makes it permanent. Quick disclosure: this is education, not personalized advice, and every example today is a hypothetical composite, realistic numbers, not real clients. Work with a qualified professional before making changes. Let's audit. You have more financial data than any generation in history, every transaction logged, every account with an app. But data isn't clarity. Data without a review system is just noise with a login. So, what's the right review rhythm? Here's where I'll challenge both camps. Monthly tracking is too noisy. 1 month is statistically meaningless, and reacting to it produces emotional decisions. But annual reviews are too slow. 12 months is enough time for a portfolio to drift completely off target and for lifestyle inflation to quietly reset your baseline. 6 months is the sweet spot. Long enough that the data means something, short enough that nothing gets away from you. 2 audits a year, mid-year and year-end. And underneath the math is a psychological shift I call the permanent clarity framework. Moving from reactive spending, money leaves first, you find out later, to proactive building. Every dollar has an assignment, and the audit verifies the dollars did their jobs. Reactive people ask, where did it go? Proactive people ask, did it do what I told it to? Open a spreadsheet. Column 1, assets, liquid cash, retirement accounts, brokerage. If you hold crypto, it goes on the sheet at today's value, not what you're hoping for. Any AI-driven or robo-platforms get aligned too, with their fee listed next to them. Then separate appreciating assets from depreciating ones. Index funds and home equity generally appreciate. Your car, your laptop, your gadgets, that's melting value. Your true durable net worth is appreciating equity minus liabilities. The depreciating stuff is a footnote, not a foundation. Column 2, every liability with its interest rate. Now, the part that pays for the whole afternoon: hunting wealth leaks. Pull 90 days of statements and highlight every recurring charge. It is completely normal to find $300 or $400 a month of subscriptions you stopped consciously choosing. Streaming stacked, 4 deep, 2 cloud storage plans, that fitness app from January. Redirect those leaking subscriptions into investments. That single or several leaks could compound into 6 figures over a couple of decades. And the biggest leak hides inside your investments: fee drag. Compare 2 hypothetical funds tracking essentially the same market. One charging around 1%, one charging a few hundredths of a percent. On a decent-sized portfolio, that's several $1,000s a year, every year, compounding against you. Same exposure, same risk, wildly different outcome. Assets minus liabilities. Write the number down with today's date. That's your scoreboard. Net worth is a snapshot. Now we measure motion. First, your real burn rate. 6 months of total outflow, divided by 6. Not what you think you spend, what the statements say. Second, lifestyle inflation. Compare this 6 months against the previous 6. If income rose 5% and spending rose 11, you're getting richer on paper and poorer in trajectory. Third, and this is where most financial content gets it wrong, score spending by emotional return on investment. A hypothetical family finds their several $1,000 national parks trip produced memories they talk about weekly, while several $1,000s of food delivery produced nothing they can even remember eating. The move isn't spend less, it's fire the low ROI spending and give the high ROI spending a raise. That's how discipline stays sustainable. Fourth, set your burn ceiling, a hard maximum monthly outflow worked backwards from your savings target. If the audit checks one thing, did the last 6 months stay under it? Start with allocation drift. A hypothetical investor set a 70-30 stock to bond target 18 months ago. Stocks ran, and today it sits at 78-22. Nobody decided that, the market did. They're now carrying more risk than they signed up for, at exactly the moment their winners are most expensive. Rebalancing resets to target, mechanically trimming what's grown expensive and adding to what's lagged. It's the only strategy that forces you to sell high and buy low by rule, with zero forecasting and zero emotion. And notice what rebalancing is not: chasing whatever sector headlines are screaming about in 2026. The audit's question is never, what's exciting? It's, what does my target say? The target is the boss. One nuance worth knowing: inside a 401k or IRA, rebalancing generally doesn't trigger taxes. In a taxable account, it can sometimes you rebalance with new contributions instead of sales. That's exactly the conversation to have with an advisor. Next, resize the emergency fund using your real burn rate. If true burn is 10,600, a 6-month fund is 64,000, not the 54 you'd have guessed. Stable dual income, the lower end may serve you. Single income or an industry mid-restructuring. Hold more deliberately. Finally, update your automation. Got a raise since January? Your contributions get one too. Killed the subscription leaks? Redirect that exact amount into automatic investing the same week, or your budget will reabsorb it within 2 months. 3 moves make this permanent. 1. Build a 1-page financial vital signs dashboard. 5 numbers: net worth, savings rate, burn versus ceiling, portfolio fees, allocation versus target. Between audits, its job is to replace anxiety with information. The system is running. Stand down. 2. Schedule the year-end audit right now. An actual calendar block, first week of January, 2 hours, recurring. Decision fatigue is the enemy. Close the open question and go live your life. 3. Execute one wealth win within 24 hours. Cancel the leaks. Swap one high-fee fund where it makes sense. Raise your contributions. One action executed beats 10 insights admired, because the win isn't the dollars, it's the proof that you now act on the audit. So here's the transformation. This morning, your net worth was a guess, and your portfolio drifted wherever the market pushed it. One disciplined afternoon later, a true net worth with a date on it, a burn ceiling with your name on it, a portfolio reset to your targets, and the next audit already on the calendar. Sporadic anxiety in, permanent clarity out. If this gave you a real playbook, subscribe and hit the bell, and drop a comment with the first wealth win you're executing. I'm Reza Zamani. Audit on purpose. Build on purpose. I'll see you in the next one.